Hello gang, good to see you all again. Of course, if you're tuning in for the first time, I am the Articulate Grunt. Welcome to my channel. Now, a couple pieces of news and a third piece that I really didn't find newsworthy, but got some personal insight and background to, so thought I'd share that as well. First off, the state of Tennessee has decided to reintroduce a bill that's been shot down several times, but with the rash of other states doing it, moving forward with legalization, that's right, the state of Tennessee, part of the Bible Belt, has decided to introduce a bill to legalize medical marijuana in the state of Tennessee. Of no great surprise, it is being pushed forth by a Democrat. But of surprise is the fact that it's got a number of Republican supporters, and that a poll of the population in Tennessee finds that 55% are actually in support. So, the state of Tennessee may be one of the next states moving forward with the legalization of medical marijuana. Kind of cool. Personally, I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with the legalization of marijuana as long as it's strongly regulated, controlled, and taxed. It's not. But I'll leave that for your decision, your debate, your thoughts. Now, in Israel, apparently for the last 4 days, illegal immigrants have been protesting, waving the flags of their home countries all over the place, because Israel has passed a new law that allows the state of Israel to arrest someone and hold them for up to a year on no other charges than suspicion of being an illegal alien. They even went so far as to build a specialized camp, apparently out in the middle of the Israeli desert somewhere, for no other purpose than the holding, processing, and eventual deportation or release with protected refugee status illegal immigrants. Now, what gets me on this is that all the protests, flying all the flags and everything, were advertised ahead of time. They put it out there, we're going to be here at this time, the whole 9 yards. What more perfect situation for Israel than, hey, the illegals are going to be protesting over here at this time. Roll in with the army and their equivalent of INS, Immigration Nationalization Services, and round everybody at the protest up. Check them. If they're Israeli citizens, thanks, great, have a fun protest. If they're illegals, toss them in the back of the truck, take them out to the new camp, put them in their new residence and holding facilities, and let's process them. But no, of course not. Just like here in America, international pressure, and somebody with more candy asked, and just let them have their protests. Great. You got the perfect law in place. You got the perfect facilities in place. Why not take advantage of it? No. So, that's that. And personally, in my opinion, waste of a perfect opportunity. Now, on to the final issue, and the one where I've got a little bit of personal insight and experience. Apparently, a military couple down in Georgia went out to dinner, and they're a mixed-race couple. He's white, she's black. No biggie. But they went to a restaurant that had a valet service. And when they got it back, the ticket was left on their keys by the valet. Now, I've worked in situations, worked in places where I've had to deal with valets. They'll normally put some sort of note on there so they know, oh, we've got 5 powder blue Priuses. You put some sort of note on the little tag so that it gives you an indicator, oh, here's the powder blue Prius. This is Mr. Gray Pinstripe Suit. You put something on there so that you've got a reminder, okay, that's the car I need to go get. Got it. Well, apparently theirs came back with the note, Jungle Fever. Big stink was raised, the whole 9 yards, as to be expected. The valet who did it fired the restaurant, apologized, and gave them a free meal for the next time they came to visit. Oh, cool. Except one of the things I noticed that was getting a lot of traction, a lot of rage and comments over that, the couple commented that they had never experienced something like that before. They'd never run into that kind of a treatment or that kind of a bias before. A lot of people were calling them liars. Oh, that can't be. You know, this is everywhere. Let me explain something. 14 years in the Army. Started enlisted, got picked up and moved to the officer ranks. In most of the commands I was in, I hate to say it, but a biracial couple like that are immune. They are impervious and untouchable unless they commit a heinous crime against nature. I have seen promotion lists come back with individuals on it who had no rhyme or reason to be promoted, of both colors. And some cases I've seen them kicked back because there wasn't enough minorities, or there weren't enough females. All sorts of reasons for political correct equality, etc., etc. There are a lot of people giving them trash because, oh, we've never experienced that before. They might not have. It is such a thing in some commands where commanders of my complexion and presentation, your average Caucasian, are terrified to even reprimand individuals of a minority, an ethnic group, or something like this case, a mixed racial couple. Because, oh, you're just giving him hate because he's married to a black woman. No, I'm giving him hate because he's a complete jackass piece of trash who needs to be put out of the Army instead of being promoted. But command has ordered me to promote him again. That's just a reference, not the individual in question, just the kind of thing I've seen and run into. So, those kind of people that are like, oh, it's everywhere, how could they not have experienced it? I can tell you how. And unless one or both of them commits a felony level offense, they're basically untouchable. And it really sucks, because it really ties the hands of a lot of commanders and organizations. Similar thing is now becoming true with the homosexuals, the gays and lesbians. And there I can give you another example. There was a pair of male homosexual lieutenants hanging out in the common dining area, making out. A chaplain corrected them on their behavior, and not some, hey, you two. No, do the, gentlemen, you're in violation of the Uniform Code of Military Conduct. You're displaying a public show of affection, which is in violation of regulations, which is his sworn duty to do. It's technically the sworn duty of any NCO, sergeant, or officer experiencing or running into such things to correct. But nobody else had done it out of fear. The chaplain did it, and guess what? He got called down and reprimanded from the chaplain's corps at the Pentagon. But that's just another reference of how those kind of things go and why this couple may never have experienced it. So, as that chaplain did, if you disagree, don't like something, stand up and evaluate the situation. If it's worth the potential loss, fight the fight. If it's not, feel free to sit back down. But realize, you've lost some complaint and bitching room if you're not willing to be part of the solution if you see a problem. Take care of yourselves. I'll catch you next time. Hit the like or dislike. Leave me your comments down below. I am the Articulate Grunt, and I will catch you later. Bye.